Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulo Hoyani. You'll recall that last week, in one of my episodes, I mentioned that Brigadier Gininda and Khumalo had been seen at the Vosloorus police station. In that video, I also indicated that police stations are not shopping malls. Police stations are not the sort of place that you can just walk into without you having any business to transact there. And I also indicated, to take that argument further, that there's no smoke without fire. That is the old saying, there's that old saying, which I think everybody knows, that there's no smoke without fire, right? So where there is some smoke, there is some fire. Now, where is the fire? As a follow-up to that situation where Khumalo was seen coming out of the Vosloorus police station and Brigadier Gininda following her out of the Vosloorus police station some 45 minutes later. It now transpires, and this is information that we are getting from our whistleblowers. It now transpires that they were in fact there in connection with the Senzo Meyiwa investigation. I am told that they were there for what was called a preliminary consultation. What that exactly means is not very clear, but it would appear that there was some reference to the investigation and some questioning took place. The nature of that questioning at that stage still remains very, very unclear. But as time goes on, like I've always said, these things will come to the fore. We'll get to know them. So there was that preliminary investigation. One can only speculate that as far as Gininda goes, you'll recall that Gininda made that startling disclosure in court to the effect that Khumalo was the mastermind behind the killing of Senzo Meyiwa. This he disclosed in court under cross-examination, so it is on record by an investigator or the lead investigator, because that is what he wants us to call him, to the effect that one of the suspects in the killing of Senzo Meyiwa is still walking the streets of South Africa as a free woman. So it would appear that Gininda had to make explanations around why, given that Gininda had all that mountain of evidence against her, up to now no arrest has been made. As far as Khumalo goes, it would appear that, having been fingered by Gininda or having been identified by Gininda as the mastermind, she probably had a lot of explaining to do. It is not very clear for how long these people were there. But I think as far as Khumalo goes, and in fact both of them, that preliminary investigation should have taken several hours, because you see there's a lot of ground to cover in this trial. There are so many issues. But we'll get to know, as time goes on, we'll get to know just what exactly that so-called preliminary investigation was all about. Now, I will also recall that about a month ago, I also brought you an episode in which I said, all the people in the Meyiwa house are going to get reinvestigated. I am told that as a follow-up to the appearance of Brigadier Gininda and Khumalo at the Vosloorus police station, others are going to follow. People like Khumalo are going to follow. People like Khumalo are going to follow. Khumalo herself is going to follow. Togozis is going to follow. And perhaps some of the neighbors who apparently heard something or heard that there was some commotion in that house on that particular day will also be featuring or will also be coming forward to the Vosloorus police station just to sort of clear up the air. So that is the situation that we are in now. Remember, we are mid-trial. The Pretoria High Court will resume again on the 12th of April. Now some of these developments are very, shocking in a sense, because should anything come out of these developments, then what happens to the trial itself? What will happen to the trial itself? Well, I'm not going to speculate and say that trial will collapse like the Chifiwa Magumela trial. But we are set to see this Senzo Meyiwa thing unfold over a long period of time. As it is, there have been several delays in this trial, and the Judge President has also expressed his concerns about the time that it is taking to dispose of this trial. We don't exactly know what Judge Ratamo Kgatling has said to the Judge President in reply to that, but there are those concerned that this trial is a never-ending trial. But I've always said I'm not very concerned about, the length of the trial. I'm only concerned about the pursuit of justice. So anything that will happen in and around this trial, if it can only establish justice for the Meyiwa family, I think that is what everybody expects, and everybody will be satisfied going forward, especially the Meyiwa family that has been searching for answers for the last 11 years now. This is the 11th year since Senzo Meyiwa passed away, and it must be very tragic for that family to have lived, with all these question marks hanging over the Senzo Meyiwa trial for that length of time. So let us keep tabs on the story. Some of you seem to express doubts about, the sources of some of this where this information comes from. But you see, there are people called whistleblowers. We have people like Patricia Mashale, and when whistleblowers provide information, it would be most foolish to disclose who that whistleblower is. Because once you have disclosed the whistleblower, that is the end of the story. We'll never get to know what else is going on with this matter, because now the whistleblower will have been exposed. In some cases, whistleblowers are people very close to the establishment, or even inside the South African police services themselves. So it is always very important to protect whistleblowers. But whistleblowing can only have credibility if in the long run, and as a result of that whistleblowing, something concrete comes out of there. You see, because whistleblowing is not like, just twitching your fingers and thumb sucking information that has got no basis. Whistleblowing is about communicating information, credible information. Now, with the only, with the only proviso, or with the only, caution that such information not be made public, because it would expose to the whistleblower to so many dangers. So this is why we will not disclose names, because it is not really the names that are important. It is the information that is conveyed to us, or that is conveyed to me, that is important. But at a later stage, of course, we might end up getting to know who the whistleblower is. So having said that, let us brace ourselves for more people to come before the Vosloorus police station, all those who were in the house. I think we're about to see something develop in this trial, because we still have a long way to the resumption of the trial. More than a month, which is more than a month away. But whatever comes, I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you updated about developments in this matter, because that will have a bearing on how we go forward come April. Do we continue this trial, the postponed trial, or does something else come up? So having said that, let me thank you once more for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the subscription that I'm seeing. And let me thank you for all the views that I'm seeing. Please, like I always say, don't skip those ads. They keep the home fires burning. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.